Welcome back for some more Silksong. Yes, it's the stream that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. I tried to update that with friend. I've been seeing that. I don't know why we can't use D's, but yes, we're getting back into the suck. We're in the Underworks. We're in Act 2. I have cashews, peanut M&Ms, and Reese's Pieces. I've got also, well, I can't really see if you guys are seeing this very well here. There you go. I've got brownies still. There's still a lot of brownie to go around. Is there enough to finish the game? Nope. And we're going to be opening up a brand new NOS. Why not? I've got a few more impressions I've been working on, trying to hone Jean-Claude Van Damme. I don't think it's quite ready for prime time. I don't think I can quite get there. Bison, I am going to kick. I had it a little better. It's kind of like this weird behind your throat register thing for that. We saw the Canelo Alvarez fight. His English is weird. He says like, I hit him and then he go down, and it's like not the coolest voice for a boxer. Maybe we can do some Michael Caine. Maybe we can do some Morgan Freeman. Perhaps we can do some Stephen A. Smith. So let's go ahead and start firing this bad boy up. I'm running out of space to put all my whole apparatus of toys. I'm gonna have to try to keep the brownie out of sight, I guess. Well, shoot. If you see me leaning down, that's me going for some brownie, okay? Let's go. You know, I almost want this game to have some kind of corrupted file, erase my data. All right, now we have this dilemma. Ben! Welcome, Ben! Hey, Ben, don't forget to hit like, and I'll pin it, okay? Overcome the disease? What are we quoting? Like some kind of Depeche Mode lyrics? What are we talking about here? Don't forget to hit like, I'll pin it. I need somebody to put down the pinned comment. Okay, we have slab keys. Okay, I still need one more slab key. Trying not to spoil things, and yet I know that at the bottom of the Underworks is like one of the best silk abilities. So I got to keep that in mind. I lack benches here. It looks like I have to buy the bench to use it. Now, we know well and good I've made a lot of progress in this game with Reaper, and I have the abilities. That said, man, I don't know, man. It seems like... Well, first, let's get the compass on here. What does that really do? Just, you collect a few more shards? The skill issue. Fine, that'll be... You want to play this game, Ben? You want to play this game, huh? Well, fine. Deal with it. The skill issue is now the pinned message. Hey, I don't make the rules. So, that's what it's going to be. Dude looks pretty strong. I still don't increase the speed of Silk. So does that mean heal faster? Can we write shit in English? It's weird. Like, in the store, it says, this is a weird item. And then you buy it. It's like, it protects you against heat. And it's like, what the hell does that mean? Do I have to change my wardrobe like Breath of the Wild? Oh, it's too cold over here. You kind of have to, in a way. You have to equip this shit. Oh, my God. I don't even know what some of this shit does. A bear takes damage. The amulet weeps. That's bullshit. We're going like this, boys. So what's the secret to defeating Flower Pot Bitch? Flower Pot Bitch. You mean the new item coming from Nintendo that talks in your sleep? You know, we kind of look alike. That's gonna be the scariest shit ever. Nintendo might be trying to set things up to parlay into a horror movie franchise. Reaper, welcome. Keep the chat alive over on the Twitch. Oh my god, shit. No going back. No going back, boys. We gotta find a way to get to the top left, I think, so that we can work our way down and get one of the best. I hear it's called like Driller, Deviler Drill, something. I guess it's a pogo-like ability, but it does immense damage. Atticus, you're gonna have to explain the flower pot bitch and pyramid scheme. No, I mean the boss that was giving. I did. Oh, I beat that brass broad so bad. I beat her good. I swapped to a different crest, and the first time I fought her with the Weaver crest, I beat her. Now, I'm back on this one. I like the reach. It's a little easier. Well, forgiving for the pogo, that is. But we're going to try... Do I want to work my way left or right? That's what I'm not sure about here. Am I going to get over there and it's going to say, sorry, you don't have the key? Boys, we may have to do a little bit of save and quit exploitation here. No! Fall faster. Okay, now it says we've been over here, but we're gonna go to the left, okay? And if it says you can't go to the left anymore, if I run into some kind of dead end, we'll just resume from the bench. It'll be quicker that way. No! Let's see if I can spare that death. Might not have. I don't even know how I took damage. It's almost like the door fell behind me. I don't even understand that. What even happened there? Hold on. I can address that, Ben. I don't know why. I think it's because he's from, like, Wales or something. It's always top chat. It's always top chat showing. And I can't set it, and I can't set that to just live chat. There is no Wanderer crest. My shit. It can't get easier, right, Atticus? They wouldn't do that to me, would they? It says zero silk. It saved me dying, didn't it? I mean, did I don't know. Did I have rosaries? It knows I died there. God damn it. I guess I don't fully understand that. If I die, that bench is going to be there, right? Finish dying, please. Let me know if you can see his messages now. It's very weird. I don't think you guys control that. I think I control top by default. I can't seem to change it. Most of the bosses do have mobs, and that's something you could farm silk off of for repairs. Okay. We could look up. Could we? Maybe that's a trap door that'll open. Why am I striking upwards? Oh boy, I could kick him into that. Why am I taking damage hitting him like that? You rat bastard. It's okay, I'm not rich in this area. I don't feel like I've... I mean, I can get back to that, right? Oh, where was that blue shit earlier? A dozen moth mothers. Everyone in town becomes a zombie. After I get out of this area, I'm going to farm some rosaries and buy all the stuff from the Act 1 NPCs so that they will replenish their stock. That's what I've read you need to do. It's not so much a, oh, you didn't need that item, why would you buy it? It's more like a, oh, you didn't buy all their stuff so they didn't restock the store and give you good items? What a way to do it. He's almost dead! Any experts here? Any song experts who've silked their song and can tell me how far I'm into the Underworks? Post game is the length of the whole. Are you shitting me? And this, okay, maybe that's why it took 7 years to make. Just how can we extend this further? He backs up, right? Okay, room. Fix it. What the living shit? He came out of nowhere. You know what? Maybe I need to switch to the Thread Storm. The AoE attack there. Viva la Team Cherry likes making it. I want, what can Team Cherry work in another genre? Like, what would they do to make something tedious and aggravating, right? I screwed that up. And didn't jump there, are you kidding? Maybe my buttons are dying on me from mashing. Is that a possibility? He goes in the shell to retreat. Gotta keep that in mind. Jump at me. Watch his buddy. On the way down, he's swinging. Oh my god. Team Cherry developed a new endless runner, a Fortnite clone. I mean, what would they do, right? Team Cherry's version of Mario Kart. Oh my god. Why the hell am I... Maybe my controller has had enough. Seriously. Something's wrong with my controller. It's like that jump's not registering. Deserves a god home. That's the Pantheon stuff, right? How did I just take damage? Is Timothy Elephant ready for white hair? I just don't know. Is he? I think I do need to change some abilities. Like, I don't know. If you were Timothy Elephant, I mean, he's been hanging on to like a kind of a balding look for 21 years, maybe. His hair was leaving him in The Girl Next Door, right? Oh! Alright, let's have a good run here, boys. What kind of crazy shit is going to happen in episode 8? It's going to be random, isn't it? The most random shit's going to happen. Alright, we're in a good spot. Back up. Come on, jump. As I'm healing! I had 2 full heals there. In fact, I didn't even get my silk, so... Lovely. Really great stuff. Who's the best character on that show? Is it Kirsch or Moreau? It's gotta be one of the two. I won't accept any other answer. It's always the case that you can handle one guy in this game. It's 2 guys that are the problem. Shouldn't have done that. I don't get it, man. That shit is hot. I can't be wrong about this. My videos are more entertaining than the actual show. Look, not a fair comparison because I haven't watched The Acolyte, but this is Alien's Acolyte, is it not? I mean, it's what when Disney makes a show about something you like, this is what happens. I live Oliphant, so probably Kirsch, but those two are the only. Yeah, there isn't no character other than Moreau or Kirsch are worth a shit. The game put me in a spot. It reset me to a spot where you can't leave. Gotta have some brownie here. Let me think. You know what? Let's set this. Remind me so much of each other baffles me. Like I did Fargo. It shouldn't surprise you. It should not surprise you because I need to start drinking something. What is Fargo? It is an effort to make money on a movie from 1996 that wasn't a franchise. But how else can we wring some money out of something people have heard of? That's what Fargo is. In the loosest way possible. So you're telling me you're not shocked that the guy who worked on something as reductively not creative as Unearthing the Bones from a mid-90s movie, which by the way was overrated, and essentially a remake of 1984's Blood Simple, that guy wouldn't jump aboard another franchise to just do whatever? They're not hiring creative giants. They're hired. They got hired guns. They're not. This isn't George Lucas who came up with the ideas. This is, hey, can you turn this into a show? That's what this is. Why is he looking up? Is my D-pad broken? Shit. It should. The failure of people in Hollywood should not surprise anybody at this point. Millennial Zoomer actors are incapable of giving timeless. You know, I commented before that you can't do impressions of young actors. There is no. Seth Rogen aside, he counts as millennial, right? Elder millennial. There is no Zoomer you can do an impression of. Keke Palmer is, I don't know what hit her on the head, but she is channeling early 60s Black Mammy when she talks. I see all these commercials with her. Girl, you better get yourself some AT&T. You know, it's like, what? You don't sound like someone your age. You're doing an impression of somebody else. I made the mistake of not switching out my kit the way I said I was going to. I can get 2 strikes here. I meant to go the other direction. God, shit. Name a Zoomer actor or actress one could possibly do an impression of, and or you could recognize their voice if they were voicing a Pixar character or something of the like. It cannot be done. And they don't have distinctive voices because they don't really have personalities to them, do they? And before anyone says April Ludgate, She's older than me. Well, I don't like to fall behind on the chat, especially when I'm getting my ass reamed. Yeah, YH, yeah, hell, yeah. I don't know what YH is so much, but the fact 90% of the show focuses on kids since. There was a Blade Runner show in like about 1999 that I think it was on Showtime. People don't know about it. No, it was... No, I think it was Total Recall, but it was more like Blade Runner. And here we are with Alien that's more like Blade Runner, right? The pet alien is too far how that we're trying to make the xenomorphs relatable. They're just scared and they're out of their environment. And I just think that it's so emotionally investing to be like, maybe some of them can be good. You know, like there's some woman pulling some strings, right? These are not the ideas of a guy. Woman running the place. Yeah, we want the like relatable Mary Sue. The Mary Sue thing's really strong at Disney. Can you do more of that for us, please? Oh, I love that. You just keep coming. You just keep coming with that attack. I can't thwart that. I can't stop that. Look at this. If he so chooses, I'm screwed. Of course I'm in range for that. And it won't let me jump in time. Even the guys these days are saying X is such a mood, and I can't even. Oh my god. I can't even. I don't think I've heard that in a while. I thought that might have died with lockdowns. Xenos just deserve a farm to frolic around. Here's something I didn't include in this week's video, but I'm gonna put it in episode 8. You saw how we have like the friendly brown alien, right? And then it looks like the new baby's also brown. What if the xenomorphs are like the color of their environment? We just don't see them alive long enough. They're in space, so they're black and blue. They're on the yellowish prison planet, so everything looked yellow there by virtue anyway. And green tinge and stuff, right? Now they're out in the dirt on Earth, so they're brown. Now, did the pet Xeno ever see any dirt until it left the facility to know to be brown? That's the question. Is pet Xeno gonna have to fight the other one? Ren it. Get out of my way, buddy. 2 strikes here. Come on. I love that. I love that. You guys better be done. I don't want to see. Okay, good. Thank God we've made... How far are we? 30 minutes in. I completed a damn room. Oh my god, okay. The look of the Xenos as well, you said in your video, but OMDs, it's terrible. OMG, I don't know all the slang, I'm sorry. How do they look worse? Let's not say that the Xenomorph suit looks worse, so much as it was never intended to be shown in broad daylight. If you actually look at the like legitimate behind the scenes aliens stuff fighting the Queen, you would not be aware that there was so much bright blue highlights in the Queen. Because as it's shown in the movie, it's supposed to just be like reflective, shiny surfaces. Kind of just make it not look like a big shadow. I don't think that the Queen Alien is supposed to be as blue as she actually is when shown under actual lights. When they were talking to the pet xenomorph out there, it looked like something from like Thunder in Paradise or one of the syndicated action adventure shows like Cleopatra 2500 or some shit, or Hercules. It did not look right. This guy's gonna clean my teeth? What's he doing? Press on. Okay, guys. I think this is where we get that ability. We get the good ability here. You gotta press something to lower like one of these. That it? How do I lower the things and make it crash? Stay there. Die at the same time. By my hand. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, hold on. I don't like falling behind the comments, right? The fandoms talk about these Zoomer actors if they know them personally. They do, because they're online. The Zoomer actor has to be online. The Tom Cruise, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, they don't have to be online. And the mystique of being the movie star is that people can't reach you. That makes you special. Now they're just like us. Whoa, wow, they have a reaction gif also of Drewski. You know, what are their thoughts on Drewski dressing up as a white guy? All that shit. It devalues everything. What I'm to some extent, what I'm doing, YouTube, greatly devalues my plan of being a movie director. You know, there were people in my school that were studying editing movies. And now you can do that from your phone, and you can have done that from your phone for like the last 10 plus years, making that skill set completely worthless. Well, why would I hire you when I could do it on my phone? That's the same thing. Why would we want you to direct a movie when you could just live stream a game to 3 people, right? Yeah. The new personality is no personality, Atticus, or so it seems. Also, they couldn't even get an actor to help with the anatomy. In the OG, it was the lankiest. From what I've seen, okay, remember the Xeno that was encroaching on the Indian gal, Zavi, whatever? And then people were complaining about the moonwalk because you could see it walk backwards from the window in the computer room. Did that not look like the biggest noggin on a xenomorph? It was massive. It was grossly oversized noggin. And now from what I'm seeing on the show, they said this thing's coming. It's 8 feet tall. Well, the pet xenomorph sure as shit don't look 8 feet tall. You got a group of actual trained mercenaries on enemy soil who I'm hoping have some kind of experience in some shit, and they can't shoot the giant 8 foot tall bear creature in broad daylight. Okay, yeah. 250 shows are crazy expensive. I think sometimes they just have to throw something out there for investors. It's not that the show makes them any money. It's, well, investors are pleased that we're using that IP we acquired. I think that's what it comes down to. They don't care about any of us. They care about the shareholders, are trying to turn the stock around to avoid being fired. Not even that the company succeeds, just how do I not get fired? That's pretty much what it is. We live in a shareholder pleasing mind state. You used to go to McDonald's, the customer's always right. I have not heard the customer's always right for shit anywhere. In fact, it feels more like the customer will pay what we tell them to pay, right? My dad complained he took my mom to Village Inn. It cost them $40 for 2 people to eat breakfast. I don't think Village Inn has to charge those kind of fees. I think what they do is they say, well, there's people who are going to keep coming back here. It's the routine. How can we take more money from them? We're going to use them to subsidize the people that aren't coming in. That's what I think's going on. But for some of these Zoomer actors, humble brag that, oh, Humble brag is a more recent occurrence. I don't recall hearing that prior to lockdown. You know, I like what Anna Kendrick said, that if her phone gets hacked, you'll just find pictures of her with other people's dogs. And in doing so, it really makes her nudes of value, doesn't it? Like, that's like the holy grail of the current people stuff to see, I guess. Instead of somebody that's giving it away like Sydney Sweeney. All right, this is the room, guys. This is the place. We're getting the good ability. I thought we were. Heard good things about Delver's drill. Heard good things. I heard things. I heard things. What do we got here? I hear a voice. Possibly nothing I can do here. Is that a bell? It's astonishing how we are cutting costs. All of business now is please shareholders, and how do you please shareholders? If you don't have wins, cut cost. And yet TV shows / basic cable streaming, whatever we want to call it, crap, movies, they cost more and more money because the union is fighting for that dollar, right? Unions are fighting for that buck. I don't think I think you've hit the nail on the head. In my head, 250 million, that's enough to show an alien takeover. It's so weird. A streaming series costs so much more than an independent movie, doesn't it? But you would think that the way I want to look in, there's got to be a reason to be in here, right? Do I play the instrument? I don't get it. They are sacrificing so much by just putting all their eggs in one basket. We don't have sleeper hits. Your sleeper hit this year was weapons, I guess. I mean, at this point, it wasn't like an unknown movie. You saw trailers for it and things, right? That were cryptic enough to get people to talk. I don't think you could really have like a true sleeper. And if you do, horror. I shot a video and I'm not real pleased about it. I'm probably going to be redoing a lot of videos. I'm going to try to punch up my rise and fall of the action movie. I'm going to reshoot that. I'm not happy with the way I did that. And I want to make sure that a lot of my videos are I'm going to be pretty pleased with and not just got to do something for a video today. So, got to look into that. The genre that's going to stick with us is horror. For whatever reason, the horror crowd wants to be scared in an audience. It's scarier in public. The other thing about that is, I've seen people talk about regarding the NBA right now. Let me try to figure out where I need to go. I guess we're just going straight up. I don't want that guy hitting me while I'm drinking. This will correlate to entertainment. The commissioner of the NBA is like openly bragging about how the game's enjoyed by watching highlights instead of the actual game. Look at his tracking. These guys can barely figure out to go down there to get me. Come on, you want to play this game, buddy? So if people are oh, well, you can enjoy it for free on TikTok. That's where the real game is, the highlights, okay? That's basically what he's saying in regard to the people upset that games are not on TV anymore. That your local team is impossible to watch. That's what they have to say about that. Here's the thing about appealing to the Zoomers. They don't spend money. For all this time, like, remember the Brat Pack? Let's make movies starring young adults and make them for the young adults, okay? Make them for that crowd. They'll spend money. When I was studying marketing stuff in high school, everything was about appealing to the youth that spends money, that doesn't have good control over spendable income and stuff, or disposable income, whatever. You get what I'm saying. The Zoomers don't make money. They know they don't make money. They know they can't get a house, right? So they're inclined to pirate some shit. They're not going to sign up for NBA League Pass or the like. They probably sail the high seas on a lot of movies, if there is a movie coming out that they're even inclined to watch, given their attention deficit, right? They need to make this stuff for the older crowd that is familiar with spending money. How the hell am I going to get up there? Ren it! See, I hit that, right? No? Okay, I did. There's really nothing here. We're gonna see... You will probably see the NBA fold before Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball knows their damn audience. Their audience is older, their audience is Colombian, their audience is Japanese. There's not enough Chinese players playing in the NBA to really be kowtowing to China the way the NBA is interested. And I think the NBA mostly functions as a marketing wing of Nike. So you're going to see they're going to really have some problems with some of these apps. I would like to see some app consolidation. Oh, well, you get every NBA game when you have Disney Plus, when you have Amazon Prime, instead of in addition to having to buy this other thing. Would that be bad in the way that Netflix does it, where Netflix doesn't have another wing? Netflix is the only show in town at Netflix, okay? Amazon Prime, honestly, I should be in charge of Amazon Prime Video. I kid you not. If I was running Amazon Prime Video, so many of the other outfits would fold because we don't need to make money like they do. Netflix has to charge a heap of money or their stock goes down. Prime Video was something in addition to having Prime. That's oh, you get the packages? Well, we'll also give you some videos. Sure. We'll throw some videos your way. Does it suck that they have ads on them now? Kind of negating some of that? Yeah, it does. Did they need to do that? As much easy money as Amazon has rolling in, did they need to do that? No, they didn't. And if they didn't do like the others were doing, where they have to find some way to put advertisements in and then make you pay extra to not have them, Amazon really could have put them to screws there. They could have been like, you know what? You get so much more with Amazon Prime Video. You get shit all benefits with Netflix and Disney Plus. You got Disney Plus, it doesn't get you into the park, right? What are your benefits over at the other outfits? That's what would have happened. If I was running Prime Video, Crunchyroll probably would have got absorbed into Prime Video by now, because I know what I'm doing, and apparently knowing what you're doing means you have to be unemployed and play Silksong for 35 hours. I miss it when it was Hulu for TV and Netflix for movies. But you know what? Netflix got involved with production. And that was the beginning of the end for them right there. They got involved in production, so then production said, you know what? Why don't we start our own streaming platform? Screw you. And now everything's divided and it costs more than cable, and it's probably actually worse. Hey, 2:30 a.m. I'm sorry, starting so late for you. You probably left by the time you're hearing this. But thanks for dropping by, Finatron. Fintatron. That's a cool name. Have a good stream. I'll keep an eye out for your final video. Next Tuesday/Wednesday. Depends on how long it's going to take to make that. Alien Earth Episode 8. I've always thought having Xenos come to Earth would be a shitty plot. Never liked the idea. You know, it's like, man, I wonder what Wolverine's backstory is. And then when you get it, right? Then it's like, can we go back to him not having a backstory, please? Oh, this looks like fun. How did I do that in one go? For Faded Roses, that's it. Let me get out of there without dying, please. For Faded Rosary. This is some Battletoad shit. It's some Battletoad shit, man. Okay, we got to get out of the Underworks. Man, this area looks immense. I don't remember using that park bench down there. Probably going to have some regrets. Right? Try to watch out for gotcha traps. Go! Okay. Just wondering if I could do something to make the walk back less strenuous. Oh boy. No. See a bug up there. Actors lost their mystique and became insufferable. They needed to be off limits. I'm so hard to reach, Angelina Jolie, right? Be like Angelina Jolie. We see you on TV. You are not doing the TikToks. As best I know, she isn't on the Instagram or any of that other stuff. As best I know. They devalued their fame by being reachable. Now I know how women feel when a guy who never shuts up gives them the ick. I didn't really understand what the ick was. I think you mentioned that on the video or something. I guess icky feeling, I guess. I don't know. I mean, that's my understanding of what's being said there. Oh yeah, just reload. No cooldown for you. And I have an enhanced needle that does more damage, and these basic mobs are bearing down on me like this. I think I hear another thing over here. Let me get to a bellway, God game, please. Am I kind of outside of it? I might be in a... I might actually have escaped. Let's See, is there a bell? Oh, it's still a ways off for that one. Nah, there's no escape, right? There's got to be a boss. I think there was a pool you could sit in the original game that replenished all your health. I swear. Woman's POV, a guy who constantly talks is like another woman. And that would be a bad thing, right? Like the women want the guy they can fix, or quiet guy so that they can do all the talking. Yeah, sure, I'll just fall down here. Great. Maybe they don't want that anymore. It's like, or is the cool guy in school playing sports? Is this a trap? Oh my god, it wasn't. I want to know, is it cool to play sports, or are we so self-absorbed as high school kids now? Is the youth so self-absorbed they wouldn't care unless they could get a video on TikTok of the sport event? Okay, so let's see. The Delvers thing. What is it? This? A rotary tool used for boring into bone and rock. Drives the wielder downward while spinning the drill a destructive force. Let's give that a shot. Down in RB. Sounds like a good way to do it. You're gonna down, you know, you want it that equipped to down, right? Makes sense to me. Is this a boss fight? What do we think? It's a little too quiet, huh? Can't just let me leave. We're gonna have to boss fight our way out of here. Oral chambers. I thought that was a guy. Where are the enemies? Oh, let's hit that bench one more time here for the hell of it. I'm just kind of, I guess it doesn't much matter. The door's gonna be there open whether I die or not, right? Okay, this might be a thing you play. Looks kind of Harper-like, doesn't it? She'll say Ren, I believe, when she heals, and she can't quite heal yet. She's close to where she can heal, but I have full health. She used to say Shaw, and I'm trying to remember what it was. I think that was right as she's about to do like a lunge attack. Do we know who voices Hornet even? It's like a temporary door right there. Alright, at least it opens. Shaw Ren. Ren. Get good! She used to scream in the original game, get good! Shaw! Now it's Ren. I saw somebody posted, I should probably use it as the next thumbnail or whatever. It's Hornet doing the Scorsese Absolute Cinema thing, and it says Apsha Shaw Loot Cinema. Do I need to get a shirt for this game? I mean, look, 36 bucks for a shirt is pretty bad. Okay? Like, let's not beat around the bush. That's pretty gross. It's a lot more than the actual game's price. That's what kind of makes it pretty gross. The additional about 10 bucks in tax and shipping kind of puts it off the table for me. XP? I don't think you mean the Silkwise? Okay. See that spool up there with the white dots? You can't see much of it. Well, I'm sorry. I don't have a good way to show you. Maybe I do. Hold on. Okay, so there's a spool up there. When that glows, then I can use it. Until it glows... There's a spool of white lines. That's the silk getting wrapped around the weapon or something. I don't know. The spool. Elevator? Oof. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Will that regrow? Alright, nice. A machine displaying a model of the Citadel. Sure. Shit. Hey, you know what? Is this right where I came in from the Citadel right after I took out the judge? We have an ability up here, the game's telling me. That's the next ability I should be working my way towards, I suppose. Alright, we need to insert some rosaries soon. A trap. Alright, here, I'm gonna kill him and... Well, I have too much health. I don't need to be doing Ren. The aesthetic of this game is a bit similar to 1984 Doom. I was getting some H.R. Giger vibes in areas. That's for sure. If you want to see a game that looks very much in line like that... Oh man, I'm trying to remember. I beat it. I completed it. I even did a review. It was very much a walking sim with some kind of, occasionally very cryptic puzzles. But there was a game that had a lot of that going for it. Came out a couple years back, 2 or 3 years ago. It was on Xbox. If you check my game reviews playlist, you'll see it. Forgot the name, I'm sorry. It's not on Game Pass anymore, but it was. Let me up. Should I start wearing a hat during the streams? I'm not wearing headphones, so a hat wouldn't get in the way. Where is everyone? And now, Lace? Let's see, very French-sounding broad, right? So this is our next boss. What is this? The little spider climbs so high, here to stand a quiver as we startling citadel. Pale child, you return only to mock? Neither you nor your land have proven my match. The sleeping citadel shall be no different. Spider dear, why must you remain so distressing? Optimistic. The power that waits above you cannot conceive. Her who would snuff that hope with barely a glance. Fool child, you still think me blind to the form of your liege. Having come this far? This land's grandeur, the devotion of its bugs, and the curse that befalls them, the signs are clear. Your kingdom is in the thrall of a creature beyond bug, one of that higher caste. Perhaps one may say a Jim Carrey. Whatever its desire for my silk and my shell, it shall find I'm quite attached to both. Marvelous. So the spider knows something of the fathomless beings, and still it hopes to stand against one. Oh God. Where do you hide this boundless strength of yours to claim, spider? I've watched your struggle towards us. So yours was a painful, broken trek. One needs grace to stand before the divine.
Vienta.
Then best you keep watching, child. I've found those who claim themselves a god can rarely match the title. Yeah. You should wear a backwards NY cap and an oversized jersey. How about a red backwards Yankees cap? Is that what you mean? And I can say I did it all for the nookie. Kind of glad that there isn't a lot of like Limp Bizkit nostalgia going. Like they're not getting the ride of Nirvana. And experience tells me even gods can fall. Are we fighting this? All right, yeah, that's showing the. Are we moving? Okay, maybe we're not fighting. Or maybe we have to fight. I don't know. No? All right, here's Ren. Ren. A white lock bearing a surgical symbol. Shit. Man, the 80s had some bad rap. Alright, well let's just climb the hell out of here. Music's really kicking in. I've been getting light copyright claims, like, oh, you're using some music in your video. We noticed this section here had 10 seconds of the song from the game you're playing. What? Go up. Oh man, I had those rosary necklaces. I could have activated the Citadel thing that I walked past and I didn't. I could have done that. Mama said knock you out, right? Jump, jump, crisscross gonna make you. Jump, jump, the Daddy Mac will make you. Didn't need that guy hurting me that bad. And for easy damage here. Get up there. Where are you going? I thought those guys were gonna jump off the side. Well, that still counted as a kill, I guess. Boom. See it? The little bug in the corner. It's a kill. Why must these roll like that? The game's teasing me. It's like, here's some rosaries. We know you're about to lose them, right? Mr. Plow. I don't remember a rap song. Oh. Let's see what we can do here. Man, some of that stuff's really hurting. Can we get to the damn bellway? Oh, now we have platforms that disappear. You see this shit? See, I don't know where I need to go. That's kind of the issue. I'll free you! I'm pretty sure they make plushies of those. There's a plush, whatever the hell that is. See if I can farm some hits. No. Memory game? That's what I did. No. Don't reset, please. I think I'm hitting a couple at a time, and the game's giving me the benefit of the doubt. Give me a toy. Give me a prize. Last one. Boom chicka boom boom. Remember when there was like, it was like Fanta had like a song, and then there was the, and then were they the Boom Chicka Bow Wow girls or something? Probably like 2004-ish. Cog Heart Piece. So was that key item part stuff? One part of a cog work heart containing an intricate mechanism of wheels and regulators. To do what with? Well, at least that puzzle wasn't aggravating. This looks a little more gross. Getting bad. I need to find a place to rest. Wednesday, Alien Earth. All of these shows look and feel like a commercial. There's things that what can we can make a show out of something people have heard of. Right? Why did I have to cut such a big piece of brownie? Please come up here, buddy. I need some easy hits here. Nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. I thought I would drink just NOS for this. Honestly, once you had Red Bull, like, it's kind of hard to go back. It's like, this stuff doesn't taste nearly as good, to be real with you. Maybe they changed NOS since I really last had some. It doesn't seem to have much fizz, for one. Is there a place I can heal? I don't know if I want to duke it out with these guys. Man, that's scary. Alright, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. I'm just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still... He followed... Oh, man. It's the same room. I thought he was doing, like... You know what really threw me for a loop? In Resident Evil 2 Remake? When the zombies knock the doors down to follow you into, like... The previously completely safe lobby. I was like, oh, hell. Oh, man. I did buy, like, a 24... Is it 12 or 24 pack of Red Bull the other day? When there's some kind of sale at Target... Spend this much on food and beverage, I'll get some more Red Bull. But I wasn't planning to get the Red Bull out for this. Red Bull's been kind of a Nintendo stream thing, right? Antelope Skull Girl can climb anything, even totally vertical flat surfaces. She is supposedly a spider. That's what I've been hearing. It's a little quiet over here. I don't think they put park benches where there's enemies. That guy kind of did something kind of boss-like right there. Maybe fighting two at a time wasn't a good idea. There's somebody right there. Oh, that looks like a boss fight. These things are going to come out of the wall. I don't have a map. Fly, please. Fly. Actually, I could have went down. Can't deny it though, the floating skirt thing is adorable. Is she gonna bring turtleneck skirts, cloaks into existence? Is it gonna be a fashion trend? Oh. God's sake, what? My hits didn't count. Oh my God. This is where it said I was in a new area right here. Guess I could go down for the hell of it, right? Goddamn zombie woke up. Alright, well, I'm pretty far from where I was, but maybe I can find a... Maybe I can just say screw that cocoon way up there and just find a bellway somewhere else, maybe? Maybe I was heading the wrong way? I was getting pretty close to that power, and it looked like there was some kind of mantis guy fight about to ensue. Could hang left a little more, I guess. Alright, we've been here. Not what I needed. Damn you. Oh, you have a charge. Place seems a little less dangerous than the Underworks. I'll give it that. If I had a bench near that boss fight, I probably would have been inclined to do the boss fight. That's probably our bench activity right there, guys. And how you get up and around to fall down that, I don't know. This, don't know what it does. Coral Chambers map. Okay, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it, game. Where are the Humpty Dumpty things walking back and forth? Like, the game will tell you that's some kind of bug. Hold on, I can actually look that up. Choir Bouncer, Choir Hornhead, Choir Bellbearer, Choir Envoy, Choirster, Choir Flyer. Whoa! Got rid of them. Let's take a look at that map. Almost makes you think that off to the side over there somewhere, I was in a position where I could have found a way out. And instead was walking towards the boss fight. You down here? Oh boy. No, didn't need to do that. Ren. Why does that block? All right, let's go all the way to the right, see what happens. Ah, yes, this. White lock bearing a surgical symbol. You mean like the doctor stethoscope thing wrap around with the snakes or what? Like, surgical symbol. I don't know what it wants me to do about that. Die! Okay, make a right possibly up ahead. Nintendo marketing division for Super Mario is focusing a lot on the... Are they? I I hadn't seen anything else after the direct, but I thought it was weird. I thought Alarmo actually seems kind of like a cute idea. That might be a way to motivate somebody to get up. Well, it's not opening. Ren. All right, top right, maybe? There was a bench! There was a bench the whole time! Oh my god. Let me get to the bench game. Shit. It's a trap. Something's up. Well, it had cloth over it. I thought I was doomed. All right. Might try pushing on to the right. Looks like you drop down in some fashion. Maybe there's a way to escape these confines. Why put stuff here? There's just no reasoning. Is it dark enough? What do they call that talking flower? It's not like Flowey, is it? Or that was a Undertale name. I don't know. Weird that Nintendo has talking anything when their characters don't talk in their actual games, where it'd be most feasible for anything to speak. World Chambers. All right, well, we can open this door now. Progress! Aha! See? Was that near a bench? Yeah, the bench was just above. Cogs. Why does it have to be cogs? We got some kind of new beetle thing over here. Oh, shite. You knocking the cogs out of them? What is this stuff? I still haven't watched it, sorry. I don't think it's available streaming. And sometimes, if something's on Tubi, I pass it up because the Tubi quality is usually not good. The commercials, incoming commercial message kind of bothers me. Oh, I know this fight scene will be over soon because there's a timer. I know the makeout session's going to end soon because there's a timer to the commercial break, you know? Speaking of Fall In, I also need to catch out Falling Down sometime. A movie I know of reasonably well, but haven't seen. Well, we could go down here. That's what she said. Great bugs, you who weep as your kingdom fades, join me upon the stage. Together we shall inflame the passion of Farloom. Well, that looks like boss fight ensues, maybe? Nightmare King Grim type extra content? I don't know. But that's closed. Alright. Let's hang down to the bottom. The game knew what I wanted to do, didn't it? Also go in here. Gonna have some regrets, aren't I? All of his buddies gonna come out? No? These things are expensive or hard to get or something, the Silk Eater. You know what? I could actually use the Silk Eater to retrieve my thing. I didn't think I had that much. You could use the Silk Eater, and then you don't have to go get your thing anymore, right, Robert? What, is this game more of the same? It seems like it kind of just goes, right? Like there's not a story compelling you. It's just the challenge. The unfair challenge compels you, right? So monochrome. I think there was more color going on in the original, man. I don't think I've spent as much time in dark areas. Let's look at the Silk Eater. I've got a couple of those. Maybe it'd be worth using. Grub that lives within the feeds. My preamp's popping. I don't know why. Nothing major, just a little flex from plastic, whatever. Born with the ability to sense silk over great distances. Consume the Silk Eater to retrieve a cocoon after falling in battle. It is just challenge. It's like, what's the story? Well, you're in this place and you don't want to be there. Why? Why, game? Well, all right, let's head to the right. Bellway, we can escape. How much? Yes! Quick travel. It's been a long time. Oh man, I'm getting brownie on the floor. Was it purple? There was a lot of light greens. I was in a foresty area, it seemed like, for quite a while. Let's go to Bone Bottom, check in with the boys. Actually, we probably need to farm a little bit of rosary. You know, this is kind of fleshing out, isn't it? Kind of is. I think I need to buy all the stuff in the shop to get the new shop stuff. You know, whether you want it or not, to get the new items, you gotta buy all the old stuff. So let's see what that would cost. Any new quests here? A life-saving bridge. I can't donate, sorry. What's this guy's voice? I keep forgetting. I think he was just kind of a gruff Wales type guy for a bit. I don't know. Maybe he can be Michael Caine. Hold on here. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, traveller, won't you stop and make trade with an old man, pilgrim? Surely something here will aid you in your great journey. All right, we got to buy both of these whether we want to or not, so that's 200. That's 120. Yeah, we're pretty much there. That's 30, 80. Yeah, we can just break this twice. Screw it. And then that way we can get him to replenish. Lemony, please don't read my books. You wouldn't like them, Snicket. I've never... I don't read as much as I should, really, to tell you the truth. I should be reading and writing. And instead I'm doing this. Oh, but Vaughn, if you don't build a fandom online before you try to get something published, no one will want to publish it or read it. So which is it, you know? Here, we're in Act 2. Maybe this guy will get a rosary string for 80 or no, he strung my rosaries for 80. Well, now seems I've traded you my last of my supplies, so I've got no more excuses to linger down here. I'll be making my way to the great citadel. As holy as I am with rosaries, I'm sure my path will not be an arduous one. Maybe I didn't need my thing strung up like that. Probably made a mistake there. Alright, so we're going to see him later. The Citadel. We've got to think about where... We need some other stuff to buy. That Belltown place had stuff to buy. Just feel free to use the chat right now. I'm just going to do a little bit of farming. So just ask whatever. It could be about this. It could be whatever. Can't help but feel that Snicket was trying to steal JK. In the wake of Harry Potter Mania. And the interesting thing about Harry Potter Mania is there really was a mania around the books and the movies. Now, a lot of times it's, oh, a YA book we've heard of gets a movie, and then the movie's the popularity, right? YA stuff was going for, had like a good, I don't know, 12, 15 year run or something. And you know what? I keep getting suggested videos from these lesser creators. This guy, what's his name, like Robot Head? Every 3 minutes interrupts the video to flash his like green screen ATST or ATAT foot crashing down. And all of these guys, they're all making their, it's been celebrating 8 years since The Last Jedi. It's like, or The Force Awakens. It's like, I've heard of like a 10-year thing, but oh, it's been 7 years. Time to do my big retrospective video. Just everything's weird. And then they go in, you know, I was one of, and I'm speaking as them. All their videos, I was one of those who went in thinking that The Force Awakens was good. Right? It's hard to believe that I went into Force Awakens thinking it was good. You know, I left the cinema and thought that was actually a pretty good start. And then Rian Johnson screwed it all up. No. The Despot is correct. The bones were laid for everything to be ruined by J.J. Abrams and his crew. The fact that immediately Luke Skywalker is missing. Immediately. In the title scroll, right? The title crawl's going by. Luke Skywalker is missing. or fled or something. That is already out of character. That already does not compute. I commend Rian Johnson for trying. I mean, he had to deal the hand dealt, or he had to play the hand that was dealt to him, right? You shouldn't have been that shocked that Luke Skywalker was a downtrodden ex-Jedi at that point. Yeah, isn't that what I said? Did I say that in my video? My first video on it? Like, I didn't think it was asleep. Like, how can it awaken? But then, but what I'm saying is, if he ran away in The Force Awakens, then in The Last Jedi, that is who he is now. He maybe the Jedi shouldn't exist, you know? That's his character now. Wouldn't pin that on Rian Johnson. Now, there were some missteps, no doubt. I think that he really failed to do the truly subversive thing in making Rey the new villain, having her join Kylo Ren. He extends hands with her. She takes his hand. Everybody else is in a panic. You don't know if the rest of the guys are going to escape, what's going to happen to everybody. That's the way the movie should have ended. And that would have spared the life of Luke Skywalker if you ended it that way. Don't even go down on the salt planet. Save it. The movie didn't need to be 2 hours, 45 minutes or whatever. Now it's up to Luke Skywalker to train up not really a Jedi Finn, you know, and Poe. Now we've got an interesting match. Who knows what could happen? That would have been the subversive thing. All the girls in their Rey garb with their hair done up all funny and shit. All those little girls now going, wait, she's the bad guy? It would have been... I will say that if she turned sides at the end of the Last Jedi, that would have been more shocking than Darth Vader revealing that he's Luke's father. And I've seen clips where people are like, I showed my daughter the original whatever, and it's like, this is a wreck. Well, she didn't believe him. Like, the little kid's like, no, he's lying. That can't be true, right? No, it has to be true. We made 3 movies later explaining it all. But as Mary Sue as Rey is, and then she ends up being like evil Mary Sue, really seems like the deck would be stacked against the actual heroes, right? You know what? All right, first time using it. Here goes. Whoa! Jesus. Okay. Can't let him kill me. I just let him kill me. It is no easy task discerning which of those movies is the worst. Holy jeez. I don't know which of those movies is the worst. I could not tell you. I think The Force Awakens deserves the brunt of the ire. It put all the shit, all the bad into motion. That's what it did. If The Force Awakens was actually respectable, I think we'd have a very different direction for the next 2. Let me hit you. The thing that bothers me about They Fly Now, it's very much this is a fun in the trailer dialogue. They fly now. They fly now. Not that it was ever impossible for them to fly. Like, bounty hunters have jetpacks. How come we haven't seen one on a stormtrooper? Jetpacks, rocket belt, whatever it is. All right, let's go spend. I need to get... You know, it's probably going to cost me more than that. There was something that cost like 800. There was. It took longer to do the old ones, didn't it? 77 to 83. They churned these out a little quicker than that. Oh my god, I bludgeoned him with it. That was badass. It's going to take a little while to do the farming. I got to get to at least 800 something to try to finish that Bellheart Stores surplus. Seems to be the best farming place I have available. I'm going to try to think about what I like about those three movies. The first one is probably the best looking. It actually does look like a Star Wars movie. I don't hear memorable music. I couldn't tell you what anything sounded like. If Rey had a theme, I wouldn't know it. But visually, it actually looked worthy. The effects were not bad. For whatever goddamn reason, I don't know what happened, but the second one is the worst. The Last Jedi, visually, The Last Jedi looks cheap. I guess that's where they thought, we got our hooks into the little girls, they're gonna come. Where can we shave some money off? CGI creatures look worse. I think I wouldn't be too surprised to learn that they used a lot of digital photography in that one. It just generally doesn't look like a Star Wars movie. And then after that, The Rise of Skywalker. It just doesn't look as good as even the Force Awakens. I'm not sure what. I think that that one's almost like they rushed it to try to come up with some kind of ending. It seems a little more rushed for some reason. There's not a lot of time to process anything going on, and especially a J.J. Abrams film. Like any downtime to think about what you just watched gets interrupted by the next thing. Can't let these guys dick me down over here. It is a kind of Marvel dialogue thing, but they were doing that before. Poe Dameron starts out with that, right? Like, oh, hey, is it my turn to talk? Am I going to talk now? What are we doing? Like, when he's being questioned by Kylo Ren at the start of The Force Awakens, it's a very Marvel-like thing. Not a lot of range there. I'm going to try to throw that back at him. Marvel dialogue. I guess that's a YouTube video in of its own. I'm sure that all the other redundant movie channels have done that, right? It's been 7.5 years since I last talked about The Force Awakens. So let's talk about Marvel dialogue. I do need to shoot a video on the K-pop Demon Hunters. It's been 2 weeks since I watched that. I even wrote out a script. I need to get some more video shot. Finn serves no purpose beyond Rey. Rey, there's something I've got to tell you. We never learn what it is. Okay, what is it? Never mind. I thought we were gonna die, so there's something I need to tell you. What is it? Oh, that I'm awesome? Okay, got it. Yeah, we already knew. He might have had some potential in him at some point. even by the end of The Force Awakens, it kind of feels like they already neutered him. Like, he gets into a fight with a like super tough stormtrooper, and it's like, is this supposed to be somebody he knows? Why couldn't it have been Phasma? Why couldn't he have fought Phasma and lost and then beat her legit heads up in the next movie? Instead, we still have a debate about what even happened to Phasma. Oh, she got put in a trash compactor. Did she? I mean, it seemed like Han Solo made a joke about that, but I'm not so sure inclined to think that they actually did that. Ray! There's something... Oh, you know what else is great? Oh, man. You know, I had a bit of a thing with him on Twitter, like... sometime before the second movie came out, he was at some school Jedi training some kids, and I'm like, what do you know about being a Jedi, right? Like, Finn's not a Jedi, and he replied back, it's not that deep, bruh. And okay, then teach them how to be a stormtrooper, or a, what was he? Sanitation droid or some shit, right? Wasn't that his job, sanitation? Teach them how to plunge toilets. Leave the Jedi training to Rey at the very least. But hell, we know she doesn't need training, so... You know, that's the funny thing. I feel like they gave her a training scene in the third movie to try to be like, see, she does training, guys. We just didn't show you. And it's like, no. What you showed us is... she doesn't need training. The one time you show her training, she's mastered the training, right? Ooh, wow. Capped out. Wonder if we can cap out that rosary. I think it's 880 I need for one of the items at the bell heart. We could check on that, actually. I don't like your attitude. Dylan! The second patch for Silksong has been... I had a patch just a couple days ago. I've had 2 patches for this game. One of them very small, and I don't know what it is. Hotfix, I suppose we could say. I know they did something to reduce the price of benches. Maybe reduce the HP on some bosses. I don't know. Stuff that I already fought my way tooth and nail through. All right, to the shop. I had a good voice for this guy. I'm trying to remember what it was. Let me pull up. I need to make some notes, honestly. What if this guy's voiced by Mark Wahlberg? Maybe I can do that. Hey, hello again. Hey, word to your mother for me. Fancy buying something special before your task whisk you away. No, Mark Wahlberg is much more of an out-of-breath thing. Hey, I rarely sell objects as intriguing as this, supposed to improve a bug's natural ability to heal. Hey, can't say I've felt its effects myself. I think we got a transformer over here. But then, I keep more healthy than most. 880 for that. Alright, well, we'll take this. We'll take the shard, sure. Loose rosaries. Travelers should always keep their shards where... So if I bundle them, then I can use more later. Right? It's probably not the bad idea. I don't know. Did I lose shards to do that? No, I still have 500. Do I need to buy all of those? Hold on. Hey, I rarely sell objects as intriguing as this. It's supposed to improve Bug's natural ability and heal. Man, I need to. I've done a good Mark Wahlberg before. I haven't watched anything with him in it, shockingly, in a while. It's kind of putting me back there. Palpatine getting defeated by feminism was hilarious. Palpatine being alive, somehow Palpatine has returned. They had to have known that clip would be everywhere. They had to. How many of these can I buy? That's the question. Any new assignments? Oh, you know what? I've got all those shards. Why don't I donate some? Bone Bottom donate? I don't know what that does. There's got to be is there a good payoff? Is there a good payoff for that donation at Bone Bottom? I've eaten mostly candy for the last 2 days. I think it's beginning to have an effect on me. I may need to go spring and get an Advil. Let's see, where was it even? Sure, donate 300. A life-saving bridge. Wish granted. Alright, so where's that life-saving bridge? Man, I really hate that Palpatine's even... Like, so much of that series, that sequel trilogy just negates everything the heroes fought for, you know? You know what? Adam Driver, I didn't like him in the first movie, but as it goes along, he's the best element, the best new thing added to Star Wars. In those 3 films, over the course of that. I don't think there's much dispute. Can't say BB-8 was, you know, did anything in particular, you know, couldn't have been done by another droid. Anything new? I suppose there's some kind of reasoning for, or at least some excitement that Leia and Han's son is a villain. You know, it's like he went to a liberal college and the campus turned him, right? Professors turned him. Now, how does that happen when he's under the tutelage of Luke Skywalker? That's the part that doesn't make a ton of sense. That Luke Skywalker, unprovoked, oh, I had a vision. I need to try to kill him in his sleep. But Vaughn, he decided not to. The hell, somebody leering over you with a lightsaber while you're waking up? You don't even have your contacts in? What are you gonna do? Really stupid ass move for Luke Skywalker. Gwendolyn Christie is insufferable, even under all the armor plating. I don't know if you've... look, I'm not going to tell you to look this up, but there are photos of her sans armor plating, shall I say, and would not, cannot. You trying to get away from me, buddy? Let's buy that next item and then head back into that area. it's going to be a little ways, but I don't know if that guy will replenish his stock. You know, I've thought about trying to do a Michael J. Fox impression, but it just kind of seems like all he can do is say, Doc, Doc. Like, otherwise I don't even know if people know you're doing Michael J. Fox. I mean, maybe you're fidgety when you're talking. You heard she's married to a dude? That kind of surprising. I don't know, man. Tall, straight women gotta marry somebody, right? Every time I go anywhere around town, all the damn young kids, all the Zoomers, actually the ones in high school, are they still Zoomers? Or are they... It's like the high school crowd is tall as hell. There's girls walking around that are, you know, in the 6'4" range on the regular, lots of them. There's just, you know, there aren't short kids. I don't know what happened. But there's a lot of Harry Sisson looking faces, a lot of like very pronounced rosy cheek things happening. The girls are crazy tall. Nobody looks athletic. And when I say tall, I don't mean it looks like they can dunk or anything. It looks like they're also not going to jump. It's the older crowd that's fat, though. 50-year-olds are just straight fat. Big time. Yeah, well, if a girl's 6'3", I mean, there is a chance her man's gonna be shorter. I think we're probably soon going to see the normalization of height surgery for men, trying to deal with all the tall girls that feel like they have to wear the high heels still. It's like, girl, look, you're 6 feet tall. You don't need high heels. That's not necessary. But then you got to think about getting longer arms. I have such short arms and short fingers. My hands are so tiny. But the thing is, I think my body's like, I'm a lot of torso. I've got short legs, short arms, short fingers. But then this like tall guy torso where I kind of sit tall. So like if I'm sitting at a table, it kind of looks like I might be one of the taller people at the table. Even though, well, maybe not anymore, because now people have gotten so fat that their butt has so much fat in it, it's elevating their height. It's seated. That's a possibility. We shouldn't feel inadequate at all. It's this new breed of women who are defective. I misread that as detective. We don't need these tall, athletic girls that are going to play sports that nobody watches. Yo, but it's okay. They have to play sports. That's how they got their scholarship. Did they need to go to college in the first place? No, he sank. He sank. Here, for the heck of it, let's use some of these tools on these guys. I'm curious if my wallet even gets to 880 in this game. It may not. The media has definitely vilified the role of being a mom in media. You know, I was thinking, like, do kids know what's against the law? Like, if you had a bunch of cop shows on TV, that might make you want to be a cop. Or make you familiar with the law. But our fragmented media, like, everybody's off doing their own thing, playing a game or whatever. I just don't know if they grasp how to interact with police. And then they mouth off, they don't put their hands on the steering wheel, then who knows what's going to happen. I wonder if what these devs intended when they implemented the rosary. It makes you have to do some farming. I never, I say never, but outside of getting the compass at the beginning of Hollow Knight, I didn't have to do stuff like this. This was not a thing in Hollow Knight, not to this extent. But it's like, look, you put an item out there that's 880 rosary. What did you guys expect me to do, Team Cherry? That walrus-looking guy in Cocoon was 49, I know. He was, I believe, the last surviving grandfather in the 80s. I don't think anyone else that played a grandfather in the 80s is still alive. I don't believe. It's possible that William Daniels, maybe he was a grandfather in a movie. I mean, hell, he was old. He's old enough. He's Dustin Hoffman's dad in The Graduate. Mr. Feeney is Dustin Hoffman's dad in The Graduate. He's like 98 or 99 years old. I keep trying to predict that he's going to die, but he just won't. And after what happened to Hulk Hogan, I've given up on the celebrity death predictions. Because if you guys don't know, I was eating dinner with my folks, and I said, you know, I think Hulk Hogan's going to die next. And I immediately then tweeted it. Who's the third man? Hulk Hogan. Hashtag next celebrity death guest. Within 24 hours, he's dead. I just got the feeling. Oh my God, quit drowning. I need to find some time to get into some anime. I gotta wrap up Record of Lodos War, and I still haven't started Freeren. I've had a few people tell me that's actually good, but I mean, I don't know. And if it is, it looks like it's gonna take a while to watch. I don't have all that many days left in my free Crunchyroll membership. Wouldn't like to have to pay through the nose for another streaming service. 49 years old today, looks like Paul Rudd. Kinda. I think Paul Rudd looks like if he wasn't a movie star, and let's use the term movie star loosely here, guys. If he wasn't in acting, would he look like that? Like, if Michael Jackson wasn't a singer, would he have had all the surgeries, right? Wait, does that say 900? I think it did. I think that said 900 rosaries. Yeah, okay, let's go buy. One of the few things that brings me solace is knowing that all the mean girls from my high school look like shit now. That brings me incredible joy. That brings me the kind of joy I only receive from watching LeBron James choke in the NBA Finals. That level of joy right there. I cut too big of a piece of brownie. I'm gonna have a migraine. Okay, guys, we're gonna buy this item, and then we're gonna go into, I guess, what's a boss fight, right? Percy Wetmore, actor in Green Mile, was 39, but he looked 25. I'm trying to think who that is. There are a few people that look, you know, that held on to their youth well, and then what you want to do is you want to look 30. Like, that's my thing. Like, I've looked 30 for at least since high school. In let's see, I was like going into second grade. I was at Six Flags Over Texas, and they did a thing. Hey, we'll guess your age. I'm like, good luck with that. What are you, 14? I'm like, nope, I'm going into second grade. And they're like, what? You know, or maybe they said 16 or something. It was like, you kind of want to lock in an older age, and then when you're older than that age, it works out.
Hello, Meg.
The voices are also different. The way people sound, the girls are doing this whiny baby, keeping up with the Kardashians thing. It's not good, but maybe men are also sounding young for their age. 50 used to sound like old authority, right? Son, I need to tell you something. Like, that would have been like a 40-year-old in the 90s, right? Okay, let me try the Mark Wahlberg voice again. Hey, hello again. Word to your mother for me. Fancy buying something special before your task whisk you away? Whatever this is, I'll take it. And then I don't... Okay, you're not going to tell me I bought everything. I think I actually have to buy that. I think I actually have to buy that last item. So let's make sure we got all of his shards there so that he replenishes his stock, and then we'll go back into... Is it the Grand Bellway? I guess, huh? It's all the phytostrogans in the water. Something's in the water. I mean, pull up an unknown 80s movie, okay? I was watching a little bit. It's stupid, okay? It's called Out of Control. 1985, these kids, it's like they just had prom or graduated or some shit. And then they get like stuck on an island, and then they have to fend for themselves, but they also want to, like, they find some whiskey, and what do you know? It's orgy time. And the basic girls in the group had such skinny legs. The thin way girls were shaped at the time, I miss. Now it's, you have to have a giant ass and huge thighs and shit. And the girl that makes the 80 million on OnlyFans, when she sits down, she takes up 2 chairs, you know, like, and that's like the ideal now, as if people were asking for that. Every guy has male pattern baldness in old movies. Yeah. Do you think Paul Rudd he's wearing a piece? I guarantee you that Chris Evans. Chris Evans in his Sexiest Man Alive People magazine cover is wearing a hairpiece or had something done. I don't... Chris Pratt? I'm not sure. Man, Chris Pratt sure hit that glow up though, didn't he? All of a sudden got thin, seemed like he got better hair. Here come the men in black. You know, it's amazing that I don't think most people realize that was based on a comic book, right? Wasn't it like a Dark Horse? That might honestly be the better approach to the comic book movie. Going for the obscure titles that people aren't going to fervently disagree over your handling of the story, right? Let's get up to 150 here. See how many shards I can get out of this guy. Shard packets. All right, that'll be good. I never watched much of that Men in Black cartoon. That's kind of on the way out of cartoons for me. The summer of 97 was the last time I watched Nickelodeon until they hosted an NFL game. Then out of curiosity, I wanted to see what that was like. Because it was the summer of 97, I moved to a new town. And I wanted to kind of reinvent myself. And then everything bad happened pretty much because of that. I got rid of doing voices and doing comedy type of things and developed no personality and just tried to like, just got like super introverted and shit. But I got off of Nickelodeon and let's see, tried a little football in 7th grade. But yeah, summer of 97, so that was like around the time you'd get like a Men in Black cartoon, maybe in the morning while waiting for the school bus. You might see something like that, right? I do recall the show coming up. It had a different look about it, right? Hey, fancy, oh, hello. Hey, fancy buying something special for the task whisk you away? Say hi to your mother for me. How many of these can I buy? Maybe it's a bottomless amount. Okay, we're gonna buy one more. I should have looked that up. Okay, what if we... Let's see, I sat there, didn't I? Maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe that won't work. Maybe it needed to be dashboard. Some of the items are so pointless. Yeah, I just lost all my damn cash. I think this is actually not a bad item. If you're stuck in a boss fight and you do want to use your tools on it, kind of helps. All right, to the new area. Let's take a look at this. Do I have what it takes? Fight our way up, maybe? From the Grand Bellway? Will, A, I'm a serious actor. Don't make me smack you, Smith. That was really unfortunate. That was his coronation night, and he blew it. All because he married the wrong broad. A woman who still regrets not being with Tupac, right? It's over this way. Oh, we had a bench? A rosary maker? I don't know what that does. I don't even have 80 to insert. Film tropes I hate: when the protagonist does the Jesus pose. When does that happen? When Iron Man's showing off the Jerichos, right? Is that what you mean? I don't really know of a whole lot of that. I hate metal, like a knife making noise when it's not doing anything. Really, really hate that. Like, you know, I have regrets. I regret giving Once Upon a Time in Hollywood a good review. The end of that movie just turns into like a wannabe Sam Raimi thing. Dumb bitch gets incinerated in a swimming pool. Like, let's even think about this, guys. Let's use our head. This doesn't make any sense. She pulls out the knife. Ka-ching! It's like, oh, you saw a blade? It must make a metal on metal sound. That's the worst. Noisy computer programs really bother me. Hey, we gotta break in. We gotta break into the Intel network or whatever. Nope, no one's computer program makes any sound when they're doing shit. That is not a thing. Don't let them convince you it is a thing. What the shit? Got a fatty. It's such a sense of dread running into any enemy in this game. It's like, oh, this thing's here to screw me over. In a Mario game, you don't get that feeling. You don't feel like, oh, well, this thing's here just to dick me over. Oh man, I can't handle these guys. Had to do that. Let's get over here and then crash. Oh man, I don't know if it's worth the squeeze to go up there. Happened in Matrix Revolutions. When they were carting him away. Happened in Alien 3 when she's falling. Okay, it doesn't happen a ton. The Haunting I haven't seen in ages. That was a Owen Wilson's in this movie, but before people know Owen Wilson type movie. I think there was some surprises about who was going to live and who was going to die in that. Let me by. Let the nightmare end, please. Shit me. Why does this have to be huge? Happened in Hannibal. When they were going to feed him to the pigs? Or something. Haven't seen Constantine. Is that worth watching? Boy. Oh, wonderful. Alright, well maybe they won't be aggro right here. My bad. I made a mistake there. Alright, not too bad. I lost my skull thing though. Shit. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some... I know I've made some video about these tropes that just kind of keep coming up in movies that bother me, but TV shows too. I'm trying to think of what else there is. But yeah, the knife making the metal on metal sound, really infuriating. Computer programs that make noise really bothers me a lot. There we go. Hold on, let's jump. Oh, hold on, look at that. I wonder if there's anything there. I think Tilda Swinton had her best role in Constantine. She plays the Archangel Gabriel. You know what? And maybe this is a reflection of me not being that into the comic for this, but I liked her as the old broad in Doctor Strange. What was it? Ancient One or something? Or she might have been the best thing about the movie. don't know what I just did. There's a wheel. You make a deal, you face the wheel. Tina Turner. Okay, what do we got here? Puzzle? Whoa, I'm glad that wasn't spikes. I just walked into... There's a guy. Is he fixing that? A machine with a symbol of silk. That's what that did? Boy. Might actually need the silk to heal here. I don't think I can get up there anyway. To tell you the truth, looks like that's locked off. Now I'm gonna get killed here. You dick! I was broke anyway. I had, what, 6 of the rosaries? Keanu was well cast as Constantine also. I think I actually like him better as Constantine than Neo. What about Rachel Weisz? Is she any good in that? She's in that, right? Not real familiar with Constantine. Let's think this through here. We're gonna boss fight. We probably need to head left. Down left, and this looks convoluted as all shit. Unless there's a way at the top to make a right. Kind of looks like you could only go sideways from that circle room. If you came in sideways. I don't see a park bench that close to the boss. That means the run back on that looks atrocious. Probably need to be fighting a boss pretty soon. We're coming up on 2.5 hours. Oh! That does hurt. Yeah, I just wanted to heal, guys. Rachel Weisz was weaker casting choice. You know she's married to Daniel Craig? Is that kind of wild? I think, you know, just that she got recast in The Mummy, the third Mummy game, really killed that. I never saw it. Hell, I haven't even seen the second Mummy. I've seen the, you know, Dwayne Johnson's CGI appearance in it, but I think people were pretty hyped for the Mummy, and then that happened. You know, really let all the wind out of the sails. They might have been a little too late with the sequel too. That third one. Oh yeah, that's an easy jump to make, isn't it? I've got to go up. Third Mummy movie doesn't exist. We do not speak. The one people really don't want to exist is the one with Tom Cruise. You'd think once Tom Cruise is getting on board, like, the ship's going to be righted. Guess not. Okay. Up or no, straight left. Let's try straight left over here. What's the worst that could happen? We have a symbol. The signs haven't lied to me. They're usually good things. The slab. Back in the slab. I'm back. Back in the slab again. Only now maybe I can actually go and explore the place better. I don't know. Kind of wild. Well, I don't think we need to be in the slab. Interesting this happened, huh? Let's see. Something's up with the jump. Don't get this problem with the Switch controller. Tomb of the Dragon Emperor? Was that it? Okay, wait a sec. Alright, so really nothing up there. Okay, just to be clear. Tomb of the... Yeah, and it's like Jet Li's in it. Who... Jet Li is not... You know, he doesn't really do great things for the box office. Let's just be real. He's kind of box office poison, right? We could also go down here. Whoa. Is that not a ways? What's this? Fire? Chemistry set? Remember when Harrison Ford shaved his head and wore an earring in one... yeah, he was doing the one ear thing, like maybe he was hanging out with Morgan Freeman and he convinced him that'd be a look. It's not worth trying to do a Harrison Ford impression at this point. That hurt. Is there a reason I'd need to do that? Because Harrison Ford could die any minute, and then your impression's like kind of obsolete, right? I don't know what that did. Did that give me silk? What are we doing here? All right, we're doing a game. I'm turning on the sauna in this room and then that room below. That door ain't opening. Oh, that looks dangerous. Let's make sure this thing's on. Stayed on. I heard a giggle. Why does it have to be 2 hits? No, Shaw. Didn't Robert Redford have a reputation for being a pinko? Like, Warren Beatty, I think, right? I don't know about probably very liberal Robert Redford. Whoop. I probably should have healed here. Okay. Nothing up there. Gotta go this way. This looks clear. Why not? What's the giggling? I'm hearing. Children, avert your eyes. We're in the sauna. Guess that'll open. What did we accomplish there? Strange. Mel Gibson, Clint Eastwood, James Woods are the only actors I know who explicitly reject wokeness. Yeah. Clint Eastwood's too old to worry about working, but Mel Gibson, I mean, Flight Risk did get to theaters, right? Directed by Mel Gibson. I mean, usually his movies are a pretty big deal, and it seemed like more of a up-and-coming director type movie concept rather than one you'd expect Mel Gibson to be making. I haven't seen Flight Plan, where Mark Wahlberg's over there with a bald head, right? Drastic male pattern baldness. Is there not a good way to head left? And we opened some stuff up, right? But then there was a bench over here. At least that'll provide some mapping, I guess. Map update. Head to the left here. We could go down, could go up maybe a little bit. Think about this. An arena fight. He actually dropped the spool like that thing I was... Oh my god, am I being electrocuted? What is that? It's eating my thread! Holy shit! We have a new enemy. Gotta focus that bitch. Eating my heels. Mel, you should just smile and blow me. Man, did I look a lot like Mel Gibson. Out of college, I looked so much like Mel Gibson circa The Road Warrior. So much. What the way to jump on me? I wanted to bat that back at him. It didn't go slow motion, so I know it wasn't over. Friend. This bitch. Yes! Arena fight, first time. And it let me leave. That's all we got out of that? Okay. What do we have? It's gotta be like a good prize, right? I think we're connecting up with another spot. Do we really want to fight? Oh, I hear some rain that could knock things out. Been a lot of rain. Oh my gosh. The prize. Speaking of the prize, Henry Cavill injured while shooting a Highlander movie nobody asked for. I don't understand. They're not going to make as many. They don't plan to launch like a ton of sequels for that, do they? Let's say no. Okay, well I opened. You know what? Let's say yes. There's something above. What is this? Makes a big fancy bench. Elevator? What? This game is like Dune, only instead of spice it's silk. The silk is life. Terminus? Whoa! That is no elevator. That is a sending messages to your coworkers machine. I've eaten way too much candy and shit. I'm putting a lid on that. Where the hell have I gone? This is like some kind of like final boss area. Like it's above. Due to an unacceptably high injury and unsanctioned deaths, the Ventrica travel shall henceforth be denied to all. For Farloom Eternal, a bug who serves must never die. So maybe I'm going to unlock more elevators. And these are the different elevator shafts. Potentially. When it says insert rosaries 80 or whatever. I'd like to know what I'm inserting the rosaries for, then maybe I'd be more inclined to use this. You know? But, you know, rather than get our ass kicked at a boss for 3 hours or whatever, let's wrap things up here. We have, I'm assuming, some kind of boss down that way. Let's see, if you take the thing back to the left, and then there's some convoluted way to get over there. Maybe there's a park bench near. Need to find a more close park bench before trying to engage that boss, but that's what we'll do next go. Probably a pretty boring stream. My apologies. I'm getting a bit of a headache. I hear the rain. I don't want it cutting things off. I have anime I need to watch. I've got videos. I've got shorts. I've got things to have to do. And I don't need this game stressing me even harder. I'm pretty sure it's turning my hair gray. Hey Arnold always felt like a kind of dark show, at least aesthetically. You had a kid named Stoop Kid. These kids, they went to a school with no name. It was like public school 165, or it had a number. Like, that's depressing as shit. It never even occurred to me that kids were going to schools with no names in the city. But hey, Arnold, if you made it this far, wait until marriage counseling. You know, was it Helga? Was that the bully girl? I hope she had a drastic glow up in high school. That would have been something. I could see that happening a little bit. Thanks for watching, Atticus. I'll try not to keep you any longer here.